Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well. I've been wanting to film this for ages, but honestly, the weather has been disgusting. It's either been absolutely freezing, snowing, or raining, and I just have not wanted to come out here, to be completely honest. But it is quite cold today, but it's not currently raining or snowing, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come out with my camera, come and bring you into the greenhouse and talk to you about the vegetable area. If you enjoy allotments, gardening, growing your own veg, then I really hope you like my channel, because this is something I really want to focus on this year. Last year, if you're new to my channel, we set up a whole veg plot area, but this year we already have that going, so I feel like I'm ahead of myself already just having that there. However, I have decided that that is not enough. So I have even more plans to kind of extend that outwards, even more so this year, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. But yes, I thought that I would bring you out here and show you basically a very honest tour of how the vegetable area is looking at the moment. I've not touched it, I've not tidied it, it's a bit of a mess, and hopefully this will also encourage me to come out at least once a week. I'm hopefully going to do a video at least once a week, come out at least once a week and get some stuff done. At the moment it's mainly just tidying up, sorting stuff out, but obviously when it gets into spring there'll be loads more to do. But yeah, let's give you a quick tour of the vegetable area. Okay, so I'll talk to you about this side in a little bit, but as the path comes round, we have a broken kind of frame that had loads of snow on it and it broke. It was basically like one of those, which you can kind of see. This one managed to survive, but the other one, the snow was too much for it, so obviously wasn't particularly very strong. But I'm hoping maybe just to basically do that again there, because that is amazing. I love that. It's obviously big enough that you can get in, tall enough that you can do whatever you want in it. But yeah, it's really, really great. So we have the greenhouse, which I will show you. It's not looking very good at all. Got my tripod. Got absolutely no seeds or anything growing at the moment because it's too cold. And I do have down here some cauliflower, which I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, has been nibbled, and I put this over, and then this is getting nibbled as well. So I'm not really sure how to fix that. I think there's a little mousie that hasn't been enjoying eating this. So yes, if you have any tips for protecting things, please let me know. Hello, Figgy. So that's all I've got going on in here. Last year I did tomatoes in here and they were very successful. It was great in here for tomatoes. But yeah, it's just a bit of a mess, not gonna lie. Not really sure what's going on there. Some old dill that I didn't really do anything with. I'm looking forward to getting this tidied up. Lots of pots, compost and everything. Oh, Olive. Be careful, Olive. But this is the main vegetable area which we did last year. Again, here is an absolute mess. I've got some old pots, we got our watering systems absolutely full up because of all the rain we've been having, and an old compost which is probably about half full. Last year I had peas here, but I think this year I'm going to do some runner beans because they will be really, really beautiful. Oh my god, Olive. Be careful. And I also have a bunch of those which I want to do something with, not sure what yet. But yeah, as you can see, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 veg beds, all different sizes. And in here so far I've got some kale and some purple sprouting broccoli. Over here is kind of a bit of a mess. I've got some onions, some carrots, some garlic, but it's all very fleeting, not doing the best. And this one I've got some cabbage. And this used to be protected like this one until it broke. But I've got some kale here which is now getting eaten, so we need to make sure that we either re-protect that or eat it. Got some celery here that needs pulling out, and some kohlrabi that also probably needs pulling out by now. Yes, we've got a lot of room to play with, however not enough because I want to do more stuff over here. Although there's not very much going on over there at all at the moment, last year we did completely run out of space and I loved it. So I am thinking that's going to happen again. We have the room, we were just going to do like lots of wildflowers, etc. But I think maybe like 1 or 2 more veg beds would be more beneficial and would still look really nice. So this is the plan for the rest of this bit of the garden. So as you come into this bit, oh my goodness, this cat. We've got our pond, which we built, I think in 2024 we made this, and it's actually doing quite well. We have not planted any of this stuff around, it's all just been popping up, which I've been really enjoying. I did sprinkle some wildflower seeds back in autumn, so I'm hoping some more stuff will start to pop up in the summer or spring. We have our fish in there, which are doing really well, and I'll try and see if I can find it. I can't see them at the moment, but we actually have 2 baby fish in there, which I think is a really good sign that the fish are happy and enjoying themselves. If you have a pond and you struggle with algae, I would definitely recommend getting some goldfish because they have done a brilliant job at eating the algae and they're just so beautiful. It's really lovely to come out here and just watch them. It's a lovely mindful activity. So yeah, the pond is looking pretty good. Obviously we do need to improve it, make it a bit nicer. This fence is a bit ugly, so maybe sort that out as well. Maybe have some nice climbing plants behind it to cover that up. And then on this side is our compost. Basically Fergal made me these composts out of some old pallets. We still need to put a bit on the front. We're learning how compost works. To be fair, this compost over here is looking pretty good, so I'm hoping if I do make some new raised beds, I'm going to do the no dig method and I'm going to just use this straight on top with some cardboard. On this bit here and on this bit here, I think we are just going to put loads of like tulip bulbs and flowers and just have it hopefully looking a little bit more floral and colourful around here. Last year we also did this little seating area here, and I like the idea of basically repeating this if I can find some cheap bricks over here, but having that as just a circular veg bed. I thought that would be cool and it would look quite nice mirroring each other but for different purposes. And then here I'm thinking we're going to do a super skinny long veg bed as well for, you know, pumpkins, so it can kind of sprawl out onto the path, and I think that would look really, really cool. I'm sure you can tell all of the veg beds that we have are just made using old scrap wood, so we've really tried to spend as little as possible making these. I'm not sure how much will we have left for the new ones, especially the one that I wanted to be really long, but as you can see, these are all just made using different found bits of wood that we have. We had this really long one here which was amazing for this bit. This is actually a cold frame that I think I just got from Aldi, and when it was getting really hot in the summer we took the bit at the top off because it used to all be like this, and we just put some mesh on. I should probably change it back now, but it fit really nicely just in this bed, so we've just kept it in here and it's worked really well. The cabbages are doing really well in there. So that's kind of the ideas that I have going on in my head of what I want to do. I kind of have a rough plan, but before we start actually doing anything we need to see what would we have, because we want to try and do this on a budget. We need to see what would we have to actually make beds. Like I said, I wouldn't mind doing more with bricks. I know bricks are not normally that expensive, but yeah, try and source maybe some free bricks. People are always giving stuff like this away. The Facebook Marketplace, we got a bunch of bricks for that other one from there for free. People just don't need them anymore and they're just like, yep, come pick them up if you need them. So I'm hoping to find something else like that. And basically last year one of the main things we spent money on was compost, so I really want to learn more about the composting system as boring as that sounds, so that we don't have to spend money on it, because compost, especially when you're doing like no dig, it's expensive. You need to buy a lot of compost, so I'm sure we'll need to buy a few bags here and there, but hopefully we can get a good system going. I think to start this off with, we should actually plan stuff out. Oh, I'm going to show you some of the books that I'm very much inspired by for my veg plot, and hopefully that will help me decide what beds I want as well. There's a squirrel in the garden, and our cat Olive, she's nowhere near it. There's actually a fence in between her and the squirrel. She has got her eyes locked onto that. She's so funny. Anyway, I am now in the office, as you can see, and I wanted to show you this book. I'm pretty sure I've shown you this before, but this is going to be basically the veg plot I have at the end, which currently has my kale and dying celery in it. I think I'm going to dedicate that fully to this book. Almost like a bit of an experiment. Let me just have a look through it and see which veg it has in it, which I should hopefully be growing in that one bed. I'm sure I've missed some, but apparently in this one veg bed for a full year, I should be getting carrots, kale, tatsoi, not sure what that is actually, spinach, garlic, kohlrabi, leeks, potatoes, lettuce, radish, broad beans, Swiss chard, runner beans, which I actually am not going to do runner beans in it. They're kind of just section off a tiny bit at the end for that, and last year I tried to do runner beans just with like supporting like bamboo sticks, and it kept falling down. So this year I'm going to do that on my trellis, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll try and do everything else. Turnips, dwarf beans and peas. So what's that? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, not including the runner beans. That's 15 different vegetables, which I think for one bed is pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna try and as much as possible stick to this for that one veg bed. So now I know what I'm going to be growing in there, and I can kind of start planning out what I want each other bed to be. The bed which is on the left of that one, last year that was my courgette bed, and that did really well, so I've probably stick to that being my courgette bed. I'm not sure what I would do in between the courgette. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I'm very much a beginner with all of this. And then I've got two other beds that currently do have things in them, like on the right side. One of them's got purple sprouting broccoli and kale, and one of them's got a mixture of different things that are not particularly doing very well, so maybe I need to kind of restart that one. And then I've got two in the middle, one of which has kind of got like a cold frame mesh over top of it. That's currently got my, what was it, cauliflower or cabbage? I think it's got cabbage in it at the moment. And then one in front of that, which is empty. And I'm also hoping to do maybe 2 or 3 more. I'm actually going to do a little sketch. Let's actually plan this out properly. But yeah, I'll do a little sketch and start thinking about other veggies that I want to be growing and where they can be. Okay, I've done a really bad sketch of the veg plot area, so use your imagination here. That's the big one at the end, so that's the 2 smaller ones. That's the one that's currently netted. That's the one which has cold frame bit on it. That's empty, that's empty. That's the trellis with the little bits in front of it, greenhouse, and them. So I'm thinking we do a big one here that's going along, and then a round one here, and then maybe, I'm not sure if I would actually bother doing something, but I really like the idea of having some rhubarb, and obviously rhubarb just comes again and again and again, so just a patch where it's just, you know, the soil is good, I've made it nice for it, but that is just the rhubarb's patch. Maybe do the same with asparagus. I think that would be a really cool thing to do, maybe over here, or I don't know, around here or something. But again, it doesn't need to be like a proper bed, because I'm just gonna let it do its thing and then not worry about it. I'm not gonna plant anything in between, I don't think. Obviously this is not very good, but I might actually scan this in so I can just print it out and kind of really easily kind of write down what I think I'm gonna put where. So there's a lot going in here, actually. The other things that I've thought of that aren't in there are courgettes, tomatoes, beetroot, aubergine, squashes and pumpkins. So I'm sure there's other things that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. I have gotten out all of my, this is how I package my seeds up, all of my little tubs of seeds. I just put them in here and I label them like that. I'm trying to look at them and see what I think. don't know if I'm going to bother growing celery this year. I do have the seeds. I think for some things it will literally be a case of, okay, do I actually have extra room to grow these things as well? But yes, hopefully we can get these 2 beds done maybe before spring. That would be ideal, so that they're ready for spring, because obviously that's when stuff starts happening. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little think about this. Maybe let's try and do some gardening later. If not, I'll pick the camera up later in the week. Getting really excited about it again. I'm really looking forward to spring. I need this miserable weather to be over and done with, so I can actually get back out in the vegetable garden and be excited to start growing veg again. I've just been sitting here for a while and I've noticed both of the baby fish. We definitely have at least 2 in here. There's maybe more, but there's this one here, the tricolour one, which I've lost on the camera, but oh, there it is at the end, which you can see quite easily. But there's another one, which I'll try and find in a minute, which is like pretty much black. It's really hard to see, so who knows, there might be even more in there that are all dark. But it's really lovely to see them all swimming around, and hopefully they'll grow and yeah, be thriving here. Okay, the sun actually keeps making an appearance, so I need to make the most of this, and I need to do some gardening today. I have, by the way, just changed I had a vest on. The neck bit was annoying me slightly, so I just put this on instead. So I'm still layered up, but just with a different outfit. I think I'm going to just cut any celery that's okay, and I'm just going to pull the rest of it up. I'm not that big a celery eater anyway. We have got some dips, so I think whatever we pull up we'll actually just have tonight as a snack, like while we're watching a film or something. But I don't know if I'll do it again. I definitely overdid it this year, or last year saying. I definitely overdid it. I even gave some seeds, like some seedlings away. Every single celery seed I put down germinated, and there was a lot. And considering we don't eat that so much celery, there was, too much for us. So maybe I'll do a tiny bit this year, but again, not very much. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through, see if I can salvage any bits, and then pull the rest of it up. There is actually new growth, so I'm not sure whether to leave it or not. I might do a little bit of research, but I'll at least give them a tidy up for now. Okay, it's still not looking the best, but I've basically just pulled up all of the gross bits because there is quite a lot of new growth on there. So I'm just gonna leave it be for now and see if anything comes from it. It's like some baby bits coming through, so it's not like it's in the way. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it, and I'll probably thin it out. Maybe I'll end up moving it, maybe I'll end up pulling the whole thing out, I'm not sure. But for now, it does look a little bit neater. And yeah, we'll see if we get something more celery from here. I'm going to do a little bit more weeding and tidying up, but my battery is flashing on my camera, so I'll probably say goodbye now. Also, I can hear the neighbours talking in their garden, and we have a very low fence. They can literally just walk past and see me, and it'd be quite embarrassing if they could just see me talking to myself, like talking to a camera. I do have an idea in mind, just try and make it slightly more private, but we'll see how that goes. But I just think I'd be out here and filming a lot more if it was private, you know, it's your garden, you want your garden to be private, don't you? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.